My name is Grace Whitehouse, and I'm the associate producer.
My name is Kristy Reed, and I am the post coordinator.
I've been on the show since the first season. So I was the post supervisor for the first 3 seasons, and then I was promoted to associate producer this season. Now I kind of handle a lot more of the budgeting side of things, so a little bit more of the producer stuff. I'm also starting to get involved with the mixes and kind of learning how to run that side of things so that Craig doesn't have to be as bogged down with that, because Craig really likes to work with the editors and with Kurt when they're doing the cuts. So I'm just trying to kind of tackle everything at this point. My main job is that I handle the picture side of finishing an episode. So when the editors lock picture, they hand it over to me and Craig, our co-producer. So Craig does the audio and I do the picture. So I do the HD assembly at our post facility. We do color correction. We do all the visual effects, so I kind of get to be involved with that side of things. And kind of finishing the episode so we can get them to broadcast.
Post coordinator handles a lot of the scheduling, and for ADR, billing, office jockey, kind of. Just handle whatever's going on here when Craig and Grace aren't around. ADR is when we have to re-record certain lines that weren't recorded during production clear enough. They just need to be like, tightened up or made clearer.
A lot of times we'll add lines if there's a scene where there might be a piece of information that doesn't come out in the dialogue that was scripted. We'll find a way to add a line off screen or just to kind of clarify things.
Yeah. So then once picture is locked, we will spot the episode with the editor, and we will pick out what lines need to be re-recorded, and then I'll have to go through all the actors and get them to go and schedule a certain time with me to actually come and record these lines, which isn't always the easiest because they're always shooting and when they're on location and hiatus and things, so it gets a little confusing. So I've been learning to tackle that.
That's the first time the actors ever see a scene, so sometimes they're excited to see a certain performance that they remember doing a certain way, and sometimes they might be a little upset that we had to cut a line here or there, but I think usually when they're able to watch the whole episode, it all makes sense. So sometimes in ADR they're only seeing certain scenes. So we'll usually we'll play the scene for them. They'll have a list of all the lines that they need to say, and then we'll do it line by line, and we just keep doing takes until they get it right. And they have to match the same tone, the same performance. They have to, if it's on their face, they have to get the sync perfect. So it's kind of a hard process. Like, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could be a looper, but our actors are all really great at it, and they, I don't think you can notice when we have the ADR in the show. I don't think it stands out, so. Well, we don't really do a lot of planned visual effects. Usually it's something that we need to enhance because, like every time we kill somebody, we add blood to their, blood flying out of their head or stuff like that, or puddle behind them. We just enhance some of the stuff they do on production. This season we've had a couple of bigger visual effects, so it's fun for me because that's how I get to be creative. I get to go over to our post facility and work with the visual effects artist and kind of come up with a way to make these shots work. An example would be the scene where Otto kills Ivo with the scalpel. So
that was in episode 1.
Episode 1, yes. Sorry. Hang on.
I have to wait for the thing.
So this is the before shot before we did anything to alter it. Okay, so in the first version, what production shot, they had Otto just with the hand with a blood pump in it. So he just pushed his hand into Ivo's head, and then they shot an element of a scalpel. So we took that scalpel and we had to place it into his hand, and because of the way Kurt moved his hand into the guy's head, we had to change that because it didn't move at the right pace. So we basically set up the timing of it, put the scalpel in, and then we had to add blood kind of squirting out and landing onto the bed. Yeah, it's kind of fun. We get to add blood and guts to things and kind of work out some of our own aggression on these shots.
It's all magic. It's magical.
My favorite part about working on the show is probably getting to work with all of the amazing people in our crew and our cast, and you know, we get to work with Kurt, and we get to that's David, our post PA. He does all of the running around, sending cuts to all of the executives and dailies and all that. But no, I would say my favorite part about working on the show is, I mean, it's a great show to work on because everybody loves the show and everybody that works on the show is really happy to be here. So you're having fun and you feel like even the hard, stressful times when you're, you know, on a deadline and you can't get everything done, at least you're with people that you really like to be with and you feel like the final product is worth it. You know, when an episode airs and people text me and say, oh, that was such a great episode and how did you do this and how did you do that, it's like a really nice to get that feedback and know that people really appreciate it. So.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I really like also working on a show that I was a fan of previously before working here. So that's really exciting to see the other end of it, to see it. Reading a script on this show changes everything. I love the scripts. I think the scripts are amazing. So I like it a lot.